Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Haglo Beauty Tips. And on this channel, as usual, we just give simple tips that help you on your skincare journey. Are you ready for today's tip? Okay, but before we go ahead, we want you to like, subscribe, so you'll be the first to get a notification when there's a new video posted. And also when you like, that tells us you love what you're doing, and then we can dish you out more videos. Okay, back to our topic today. Is quite an interesting one, and we're going to be talking about oils. We asked the question on our other social media handles, and the question was, do you agree or do you think that oils can suffice as a sunscreen? It's a very controversial topic and we want to talk about it today, so just stay tuned. Okay, so back to our topic. It's a very controversial topic, but it's one that we'd love to talk about today because I feel like we should talk about it. Oils are amazing. We've seen or heard narratives. I want to put out my truth here for a reason. I feel like posterity will need this, and so I had to put out my truth. I'd always been of the school of thought, but I would say we've always been, I and my team, of the school of thought that oils can serve as sunscreens. Now, some school of thought will say, oh, that oils cannot serve as sunscreen because when you look at the SPF, some depending on the oil, some are as low as 3, some are as low as 10. So can we just put that aside and look at the other intricacies that backs up our argument? And today, that's what we're going to be doing. To talk about oils being suitable or can actually work as sunscreens, we want to look at the people involved. We want to look at the race involved. If you're dealing with the black skin, the dark skin already has an edge. We are at advantage. We are advantageous in the sense that we have melanin. Melanin itself is already a shield. I've heard narrative that say that you are joking if you're dark skin and you think you don't need a sunscreen. Can we just go way back? I know people would say, oh, ozone layer has busted. Ozone layer was not the same dexterity when our parents were here, our forefathers and all of that, so you cannot compare. But I beg to disagree. Yes, ozone layer is at play. We don't have all of the environmental hazards that are affecting the ozone layer, but still our parents, the kind of occupation that was available then was farming, and these men and women would be in the sun literally for hours cultivating their farmland. What degree of sunburn did they have? Remember, you also want to look at their cosmetics and what they had as their cosmetics. They had shea butter, they had your Tiago. Sorry, please. So we want to look at their cosmetics. What kind of cosmetic did they have? Do you like the I like when it's dim. It just gives this serene atmosphere. So let's keep flowing. So you look at their cosmetics. Their cosmetic was the Idiagbo, was the Ori, was the was oils, was black soap, and so their skin was highly fortified. Their acid mantle, the skin barrier, everything was on point. And so mommies, daddies, they could be in the sun for hours and there was no skin burn. So we cannot talk about skin burn. We cannot talk about that, okay, oils are not suitable for sunscreen without bringing in the subject of the kind of cosmetics that has been introduced. We have to give that attention. We have to talk about that. The conversation is important because the cosmetics that are available now are not the same cosmetics that we have back in the day. So if you tell me based on the cosmetics that are available right now in this dispensation that I totally agree with you that sunscreen and oils will not suffice. But if you're talking about somebody who is a dark skin and who is not using certain kind of cosmetics that is affecting their melanin, then I would say oils can suffice. So I say that's why we say based on the narrative, it depends on where you're looking at the subject from. Oils will suffice, and that's just one angle. Then if we look at the kind of occupation, lifestyle, if you're not using a lightening product, a lightening body cream and soap, we could say oil can suffice for you. Oils, they can shield your skin. Then we go into how long are you staying under the skin. It is difficult for you to see someone who will be literally under the sun in this time and age for 5 hours. You're not a hawker, you're not selling gala, you're not selling Pepsi. Most people drive from their house to their car, from their car to their office that is AC fitted, even if she's a businesswoman, to her store. So where is the interaction with the sun? And even for the ones that are not mobile, how long is she standing on the highway or at the bus stop to board a vehicle and all of that? So, and even if she's spending hours and then the sun is very high, then we talk about the subject of what is her cosmetics, because if her cosmetic is lightning, if it has some composition, then it counteract with the sun, and then we can say that yes, oils will not suffer. So it's a broad spectrum, it's a deep conversation. So if somebody comes out and says oils can suffice for sunscreen, they can actually shield and protect your skin to a degree, dependent on the person involved and the different narratives that are being lifted up on this conversation and on the scene, I would say yes, it can. But then on the other side, looking at also certain other, like the cosmetics of the person, what their lifestyle and all of that, then we could also say, depending on your cosmetics, oils will not suffice. We would say then we would say yes, go get a sun shield, because you want to protect your son from the counterization that happens when you go out. I don't know if this conversation has helped you today, but every time we talk about this, we get people come into our DM and say, this truly helped me, and I'm glad we had the conversation. So if this helped you, we can let us know in the comment section, or just run with the information and then know how to. This is to empower you, and just to let you know that oils can actually shield your skin depending on your lifestyle, your cosmetics, and all of that. Have a beautiful day. Remember, your skin is God's gift to you. Take care of it. Bye.